Nice on the stove. How awesome. Yay. And you're from Peru. How lovely. I'm intending to travel to Peru this year. Anyone else with their cacao? Just give a couple more minutes for everyone to settle down. 6 months. Wow. So I guess you got into cacao while you were in Peru. How beautiful to be in the nature and to the ancient wisdom in the land. Hmm. So for those who are absolutely new to me, my name is Srimanju, and I'm here in Seattle, joining you guys with Cacao. I'm just back from Guatemala, my second year traveling there and being part of the cacao retreat and visiting the rainforest where the cacao grows. It's just amazing to witness how this cacao is made from the pod, the fruit itself. So this was from last year. I got the fruit and dried it and made it into my rattle now. And it's just beautiful. The energy is something one has to experience, I would say, even holding cacao pod. In Hawaii, you can get cacao grows there. That's only US state. And also Mexico, I think, is the nearest one. If anyone ever travels, those are the places you can get. So the one that I usually go, I'm a cacao practitioner from Kids Cacao. It's from Guatemala and it's a ceremonial grade. For me, ceremonial grade personally means it's been like very little processed, and each of them go through, each of the beans, the pods go through quite a good intense looks, three eyes, and gets fermented and roasted and made into a paste on a low heat. And that's where it makes it so different. Like, and some people may not like cacao at the very start, which I was as well. I absolutely didn't like it because it was bitter. Not too bitter, but bitter enough. If you love your chocolates, you know what I mean. And I think cacao came into my life in 2014, 2017. I absolutely wasn't ready to embrace her energy. And then 2021 is where she finally made, or 2020 is where she finally made the entry. And I said, okay, let's do this journey together. And here I am drinking most of the days and feeling into the energies. I had caffeine habit, that's gone. Chocolate, that's gone too. And that's what it does is brings you in unity with your creativity, especially the one that I consume with the intentions is about creativity and connection to the heart center. And with my healing, with my Akashic records, or the energy throughout the day is just amazing. So why not get something natural and you where you know you can go back to the roots and notice the process about it? That's what makes it unique. Yeah. Siva says my ceremonial cacao is very important. Absolutely, they're supposed to be. Yeah. And cacao is different to cocoa, which you get in the stores because the butter is extracted. It's not the same thing. Always get the raw cacao, which is less processed. Yeah. Anything you ever got to connect with or no. So before we consume drinking, so the way that I'm organizing these calls are like we'll drink together cacao. We'll talk a little bit about like the energies or the mineral content in it, like the practical as well. And then we'll go into meditation. So let me know what your intentions are and if you're joining with a cup of cacao this morning so I can get into that frequency while leading the meditation as well and keep the questions coming in, your intentions, your experience from cacao coming in. So since then, few months I tried it on myself and I said, okay, I'm loving this. This is beautiful. So I want to connect with other women. And introduce this. And so I do every full moon, new moon, women's circles, and I offer them cacao. And we go into deeper meditations. We do speak. The containers are quite powerful and deep because this is the pure mother's love, and when she holds in, we just absorb everything we need as well, like the support, the conditions that we have been raised on, we are letting go, and we come into that. Oh, there are people for us. There is a soul tribe. There is a connection. There is a deep longing to have these thriving conversations without being judged. Like, these all come in together. And then tomorrow I'm having healing with art and cacao as well. So absolutely cacao. She travels with me for everything as well. And coming on to the not only like the energy, the spirituality about the cacao itself, but also it's quite good into the science related research as well. Yeah, it has the highest magnesium and potassium in it, and it has all the neurotransmitters like serotonin, oxytocin, which are our happy hormones, like, where we are naturally feeling drawn to being happier. Sometimes to be happy is overrated, right? Guys, agree with that. Someone says like you need to be happy. It just like kills like the whole vibe. Yeah, it's such an effort sometimes. Like that's the true fact. What I do is in those days I just surrender, hold my mug, pray, and receive in and shift in, and then it brings a smile, and that smile, even though it's like no reason for it to be, and just changes the day or for an hour or my sleep as well. It's like shift in the energy comes in. Yeah. And definitely there is no side effects other than if you are on any antidepressants. That's where I would definitely check in, like what's your dosage and how much cacao you can have it. Not because antidepressants also kick in into the serotonin receptors, and they cancel out when you're consuming cacao. You don't feel anything, or you might feel excessive energies as well. So just being careful there, or any heart medications. Currently, I'm on heart medications, and my cardiologist is also a cacao practitioner, which is amazing. Like, we can have these conversations, and she agreed, like, I know it's such a business here in US with the medical system. She reduced actually my tablets, like, knowing that I'm doing all these practices and checking into the actual, the graphs and everything about how my heartbeats are and everything, and said, actually, you don't need so many medications. Let's cut down. And I think she cut down three-fourths of them, which I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, so we really need someone who speaks the same language and understands us as well, connects to you, like, when we are doing meditations, when we are thriving in our lives. So the excess burden on our body might be different as well. Like, it's not the same case study. The proofs have been there as well. So we are creating those new pathways now. Yeah. And also some of the other things are like, all the key vitamins are there in your cacao. I have been having conversations with few other nationalities, and few people said, like, especially from Philippines, I think I heard that, like, oh, cacao grows in my backyard. My grandmother used to give us when we would visit it, but we never actually knew about the medicinal properties or spiritual properties about it, but we were just drinking because that's available easily from the backyard, and it's cheap as well, but not so cheap right now because it has been recognized as to be the top superfoods as well, right? And it's a different thing. But like I always like amazed, even from India, like someone saying, "Oh, it's the poor man's food," but actually those are coming back now, being alive because those are the healthy ingredients. Grains, it could be lentils, it could be the less processed rice, it could be everything is coming back, right? Do you agree? So let's get in and have some sips of cacao. So please do let me know who is joining me with cacao because it does take like 10-15 minutes to kick into your body to feel the energy. So JG, you have your cacao. How awesome. And I think Amy got as well. All right. So if you haven't got your cacao, keeping it warm, yeah. Drinking. Perfect, Siva. Yeah, I like it mine warm too. And so let's consume it together. So gently closing your eyes, bringing your attention into your heart center. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze, whichever brings you much easier. Holding your mug. And in case you haven't got your cacao, you can always join with a glass of water or a crystal or a stone and hold it into your palms as well. The intention, the spirit, the medicine is going to travel through the Mother Earth, and let's be open there to receive it in her own mysterious ways. And I'll be guiding this as we are literally consuming, and you can visualize if you're not carrying one with you right now, but feel into be open-minded and open-bodied to receive it all. Taking nice deep breath in and out, breathing in and breathing out. Calling all the parts of you, all the energies of you to be present right here, right now, in this moment of time. And as you're collecting that energies to be in present moment, think about your intention for today, for now, for this moment, or something you have already been playing with your intentions. As you are recollecting, remembering your intentions, gently blowing as a whisper into your mug, into your crystal, into your being, into your auric field, calling in, inviting Mama Cacao to travel with you with her intentions, merge with your intentions to amplify, to pave the paths, to disconnect with the limiting beliefs, to open, expand into your beingness, and welcome her with your first sip. And as this beautiful warm elixir is going down your throat into your heart, opening up its energy centers, opening up your beingness, expanding, allowing into the receiving of nurturing guidance, clearing up the pathways that were in serving. And now calling in the directions north, south, east, west to show us, guide us in our crossroads into our life purpose, soul purpose, passions, into the daily life, and gently blowing those energies of invocations to guide. And take your next sip. And now calling in the elements, the fire which is within you, to be passionate, to do things, to drive, to go and to discover yourselves, and the fire that's being used to roast these beautiful cacao beans, and the fire element that transmutes anything that's not of service, calling the water element that's present within you in making this beautiful elixir right now, and that's been used to nourish from the rains, from the forest, from the water, canals, lakes, everywhere the forest. And invoking that beautiful water element to be present, to merge and get us into the fluid state. And the earth that's beneath us, that's in the cacao, the Mother Earth, the connection, the survival, the living, everything that we are connected to the mycelium, to being with each and every one of you through this beautiful portal that's been supported by the Mother Earth, invoking her energies, and the air that's around you, that you're breathing, your breath that's been led for your survival, and the air that's been used to grow this beautiful cacao, air that's all surrounding in this beautiful binding agent, invoking. And now taking your next sip, along with your intentions, setting another layer of intention to expand into your heart center, to explore your heart, the beingness, the connectedness, the sensitive, all the names that you have been identified for who you are, and connecting into the core self of who you are, your strengths coming in together. Feeling into that beautiful warm heart, the warmness in you, and allowing the merging of the mama cacao and you to happen within yourself, and feel that as a warm hug that you're receiving. Everything is going to be fine. You will have a way to figure out when you are receiving this love, this unconditional love and support that we have been all craving for. She gets us to the door, and we get to open the door and experience the life, the magic that's within us and out into the world, spreading those beautiful, shimmery energies. That gently bringing a smile on your face and opening your eyes and gazing in, away from the screen if possible, or right into the screen, and looking at the names and feeling into the love of everyone around here being present. Welcome back. So this is how I do my own ceremony most of the days, as it helps in balancing, aligning, receiving, being ready for the day as well. Because it's a beautiful plant medicine, and it has a spirit in it. She guides us through and uncovers our own blockages that we have placed in. Once we consume, after a few minutes, we'll go into a deeper meditation to expand into that heart center once again. So if you have got any more left, do please consume as I'm talking through. And notice how you are feeling. Feeling of presence. A lot of people do say that I'm finding it super hard to be present. Um, Very much like hard to meditate as well. But I always say, like, hey, did you ever try with cacao, like, or roasty as well? Dropping into your heart space is what we need to connect with, because we are so up here on the head and not within ourselves. And being within ourselves is quite an uncomfort it's getting into, and restless energies. Anyone feeling that, when you're meditating, you're feeling restless and you want to stop the meditation or get out and go and walk, and you would notice like maybe your meditation times are reducing as well, and having combination with it will help to connect and deeply work along, maneuver along as well. Yeah. um so a lot of people do combine with their meditation practices, and training yoga as well because it stretches, it relaxes. And the beauty about it is because it has a psychoactive compound, not psychedelics, it gets us into the realms that we are ready to open, yet being conscious within your body. It's a full embodiment that it brings you into, yeah. And that's the beauty about how we can connect and to the spirit itself. Like, the language of the plants, the language of beingness, everything around we do here. And definitely, you will be more open to listening to people, understanding them, or yourself even. I would highly also recommend to be more journaling towards, like, after consuming art or journaling, it's beautiful merge of expansion into what else is possible. What else did I not see about myself? Like, I always believe that we are all having beautiful gifts. Maybe we haven't uncovered them, and now is the moment we can uncover these beautiful gifts, just by beingness. Yeah, and that's what she brings out. So how are you all feeling? And let me know, is this your practice? This is how you do it? Or you just consume, like, with the meditation music on, or by in the nature as well, or observing sunrise, sunset, whatever it is. Uh, this is amazing. Mm. And a couple of things to just, in case you may be aware if you're drinking cacao, it's detoxing as well, diuretic acts well. So make sure you drink plenty of water. Yeah, that helps in flushing out as well. And of course, the water element is going to help in purification. Let me know if you're ready for a deeper meditation. Mm. Don't have a practice with cacao, but I'm feeling inspired to create one. 2022 first time cacao ceremony is deep in mountains in Norway. I love it so much. Awesome. Ready when you are. Okay. I'm kind of a nature of a skeptic, even though I have been practicing Reiki, teaching Akashic records and all these for like 15 years. But anything I newly introduced, I have to go through my own skepticism of seeing, proving how it does. And for many months and weeks, I didn't notice anything that I could say, oh, this is profound. So I didn't even share about it to people that I was having consumption of cacao, like, and as I started looking back to what happened in last 2 months, like, what is the big change that I'm noticing? I noticed like more of my energy was it. Like on Thursdays, I start my day from like, 6:30 or 6 till 8 o'clock in the night, like, back to back, with the work, with the clients, like, there's a lot of energy, a lot of movement. And those days I noticed, like, once I consume cacao, I have been actually more of energy, and so the same energy flows to the last client as the first one that I would have started. That was a big thing. And the light language, light code started revealing as well. Meditation practices started getting more deepening as well. The visual, the drop in of downloads, connection to the nature has intensified as well. I love that, Siva, you got your initiation or the connection in the mountains, like, and that's the beauty about, like, you just admire the nature. So having a little bit, like, of course, like, I'm not against coffee or tea as well, but having a little ceremony in simple thing as when you're preparing even, I notice that I'm calmer. I'm in the present moment. I play some Gayatri mantra, listen to the music and prepare it. It all brings in togetherness is what I noticed, which when I make my tea, Indian tea, I don't feel that same way. I'm just like multitasking, doing a couple of things together. In the moment I sit down for my cacao, it's like me time for me, like, and it's much matter. Yeah. So those are the beautiful things that I have come into. And also when I give cacao for my Reiki client, before their um energy work. Like, it helps them to go deeper as well, for them to receive in terms as they're quieting their mind, they're experiencing this energy differently as well. So there are quite good ways like you can discover your own and practices as well. Depends, like, so as I said, like I do the kids cacao one. If anyone wants, there is a 5% discount code that you can try it with. Experience healing it is. Not selling you anything, but it's the calling. When you're being called to, you will be feeling into that energies here. So Keith passed away this year, and he would be channeling the spirit and talking to the spirit and saying, hey, this is where you need to bring the cacao from, like, because this is going to be the high potency. And one of the researchers in the field was like, it has less caffeine. Some of the cacao, where it depends on where it's been grown, has high caffeine. It kicks you a high like a coffee and then drops you. But some cacaos, like, so far I tried 15 brands, nothing was similar to what Keats was. Yet I'm open to explore anything which doesn't give you the caffeine, like, and that's what you would need to notice as well. And the metal content in it is what you notice when you're picking up a good grade of ceremonial cacao. Yeah, that I would highly recommend you to. Um, does it matter what cacao you use? Absolutely not. Give it a try to what's been available around you. If you don't have it, like, most of them do online now as well. Yeah. But definitely watch out cacao or cocoa. The other day I was in Trader's Joe, like, because cacao you are hearing right now, like everywhere, like, TikTok to Instagram Reels everywhere. And so I was overhearing some people conversing about, like, when they saw the cocoa, think, oh my God, I need to start this doing it. Like, and it was me and my daughter over there, and we are nearly, but like, oh my God, I need to tell them it's not the real one. Like, and so other thing is like you don't add any dairy content into your cacao. It's non-dairy milk products you can add, but I just add only milk, like, I've never been drawn to. And you can take it on its own, or I add a little bit of a honey, cayenne pepper and cinnamon. Cayenne pepper increases the potency in it and the spice in it as well, so it's beautiful combination. Some do maple syrup or the coconut sugar, again your taste buds as well. Yeah. The skeptic too. I'm wind blown. I feel cacao in my heart. I want to have practice too. I don't drink it daily yet. Yeah. So the recommendation that we got it from kids is 28 grams or 1 ounce of for every day, and 43 grams, 42 grams for like a ceremonial dose, like, on a special days where you have like 2 hours time. You just want to be infused with it, like, so once a week or twice a week is good for the ceremonial dose, but generally like 28 grams. But some days I just only take 10 grams, like, that does for me as well. So you will be more intuitively guided. These are good, but I did notice, like, I have a friend who did 56 grams every single day. And he didn't have the gallbladder. So, of course, fat content couldn't be digested in his body. So he had some health issues, like, so those things you really need to be catering for as well. Like, yeah, what other things are happening in my body, listening to the body and connecting to it. Yeah. What is she showing up to me? You might be feeling emotional. Perfect. She's showing me the emotions that I have suppressed myself. I'm crying for a reason, not for no reason, which we were told by others, right? So, oh, today I'm super connected to the people. I don't mind. I'm very much loving like interactions. And some days, go back inwards, like, inwards is your path as well. So let's get into this beautiful meditation and see, feel, receive whatever she is drawing you up now with a topic that you heard or you drank. And let's see where she takes into. So, relaxing back, sitting back, or lying down, whichever is your comfort. And remember, she is beneath us in the earth, in the land that we are in. So she is going to infuse us. Either you have consumed it or energetically you're consuming her energies. So gently softening your gaze, relaxing your shoulders and dropping into your heart center, feeling the feet on the ground or your hips. completely relaxing, giving yourself the permission to go inwards, feeling the connection in your heart center. And notice your heartbeat, your pulse, gently having a rhythmic movement, and your breath is going in that rhythm. Noticing, observing the sounds within you and outside you. Breathing in to the complete surrendering and relaxation. And with your intentions that you have planted, invoked, allow it to go into your heart center and notice at the center of your chest, your heart chakra, to be this beautiful seed that's been planted and been nourished by the spirit of cacao. And this intention is germinating, and this beautiful seed is opening, expanding in. Releasing any limitations, the words, conditions that have been applied to you. This seed you're protecting, allowing it to grow into the bloom, gently cracking, opening, and coming out of the ground. You may notice it's within you or outside you, mirroring your energies, your growth, your prosperity that's coming through, your intentions, your visions coming through. And notice you're feeling like being in a cocoon, safe and secure in a warm hug. Things are going to be figured outable and all is going to be okay. As you rest and going inwards into this journey to regrow with your inspirations. As you notice these beautiful green tiny leaves coming out, the birthing process has begun, where you notice you're expanding your wings, you're flying, you're able to find your own dreams and the destinations, the connection to people. As this beautiful seed is growing into a few more leaves, expanding, stretching, and noticing all the nourishment it's receiving. With each of the leaves, it's representing a new growth within you. Your cells, in the meantime, are upgrading, receiving this information that your soul knows at this space. And notice what kind of a plant is this seed growing into? A cacao, oak tree, maple, or to daffodils or the flowers. It could be one from your childhood memory or something totally new. You may not know the name, but you can recognize this plant, tree, letting it grow, absorbing into the sunshine, nourishing, going through all the weather changes. And now you notice you're drawn to sit by this tree. You're being called to face the back of your heart to the tree trunk and sit and receive. You're receiving. The language could be cryptic, or a feeling or a sense you may be receiving. And have that brightness and that information you received. You're turning to back to hug this tree. It might be very wider that you can't hug or stretch as much as possible, or too tiny to hug. Feel into the tender branches and look above. Do you see the end of the tree, or the shape of the leaves, or the fruits, or the flowers on this? How does it make you feel? All that information. And notice who else is around this place. Your family members, your friends, your cheerleaders. Who else is showing up to support you? And forming a circle around the tree, jumping with joy, celebrating yourself, celebrating your uniqueness, your growth, your inspirations, recognizing the true strengths of who you are. And notice that this tree is what you planted in your heart. It's always going to be connected with you. You can name it, that you recognize. And anytime you need a wisdom, you can always go back and sit under the tree and you will receive it. She is yours. And now, gently knowing that she is yours, you're coming back to your heart center, thanking this beautiful tree and the friends, family members who showed up to celebrate you, knowing your deeper potentials, and trusting in you as you trust yourself. And You're noticing your breath in your body, your heartbeat, your pulse, and the line of your breath in and out, the warm air. Beautiful expanded heart. Gently place your palms over your heart center. Breathe in and out, connecting into this moment and now. And from here, anything that's overflowing in your heart center, let it gently move into your family, friends, community, earth, any place, situation that you would love to share this overflow of your love and healing. Let it overflow from your heart center. And thanking Mama Cacao for holding this beautiful space, the elements and the directions for guiding us, letting us go inwards, breathing in and out. Gently coming back to your own centeredness, recognizing your gifts, talents, coming back into your space, breathing in and out. Feeling the feet on the ground, your shoulders, and gently, when you're ready, you can stretch, you can wiggle your palms, and you can open your eyes with a smile when you're ready. Just feeling into that embracement of this heart opening, heart centering connection to who you are, the presence. Gently coming back. Breathe it down. Stop your feet gently. If you're feeling lighter, coming back. Thank you so much for traveling in to these beautiful realms and doing this together. It's much more powerful and inspiring. If you're feeling lightheaded or a little spacey, have some water that helps you to be back grounded. Let's be happy on a deeper journey. And if you got something out, a message, symbol, inspiration, make a note of it before you forget. This is what the medicine can do and show and guide us. It's harder sometimes to say it's a medicine, but it is the heart medicine, the soul medicine, and of course the physical as well. Yeah, depending on where we are, what we do as well. So the next few hours, I would highly recommend to make the most of what you have created now into making into something practical. Journaling, drawing art, being in the nature, touching the trees, flowers, anything that you have around. Make a note of what kind of a plant or tree that you have witnessed and what does it symbolize to you, a memory, anything that would have come up to you now. Play with that energy field as we are closer to the weekend. Take time to go more deeper and inwards. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Spacious and grounded. Yeah, absolutely. It's like I always feel like, before cacao and after cacao, the thoughts have reduced. Like with Reiki, I do feel that. But also with cacao, is like that heart opens up because it's a heart medicine and you are more content. Everything has a solution. Like, even though we do feel like, I'm stuck in this like loop, I can't figure out. But after a few moments, you notice, okay, I got this, I can do it only because I can do it. I am seeing this like, the thread that needs to be weaved back into the tapestry. Definitely look into what other inspirations are coming through as well. And thank you so much for your donation, Amy. So if anyone is drawn to making energy exchange, you're most welcome to. I do have some of the heart opening meditations and cacao ceremonies meditations up on my YouTube and also here on Insight Timer in case you want to go along and use it. I do have a video of how to make cacao as well because it's such a beautiful process. It's a sacred medicine and doing it full presence is such a beautiful experience as well. Yeah. You can make it on the stove or you can blend it into the NutriBullet, which I love that process because it's got a frothy and a smooth texture. Of course, even on the stove you get it, but I love that. Yeah. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. And if you're interested in getting the kids cacao from Experience Healing is the code that you can use it at a checkout to give it a try with if that's for you or not, even like, definitely once we are opening up, she will find us the way. And you'll notice how she is, and she cracks open and teaches us the deepest lessons for our soul. So let me know if you're all back from the meditation and how are you feeling. Love to hear what was your experience, what was your tree like. And give a follow here on Insight Timer so you get updates on the next meditation sets. I do have to set up something for next week. I do have one on Thursday, Akashic Records meditation. The rest I'll be uploading sometime today. Yeah, to watch that out. Thank you so much, Star. So stretch, go for a walk, enjoy your day if it's morning or afternoon or evening, and bless into your weekend. So thank you all for being here in togetherness and what a beautiful portal we created. Headed to yoga class, good to catch up a bit of yoga. The plants, trees were shifting, overlaying, stayed within the body was beautiful. Oh, I love that, Amy. Yeah, I can see that visually there. And I also noticed, like, I can speak to you because you're in Peru. When I go to the sacred land, like especially the portals, ley lines, when I consume my cacao, it's just intense. There are many layers you see through, like, where you may not be because you have a lot of fog around us that we are being hidden. So it's beautiful to play with those light codes and everything as well. Yeah. So to notice Sumastar, this has been recorded on my YouTube, so you can get a replay as well and play along with your cup of cacao as well later on. So until we see you next week, so have a wonderful time, weekend, and enjoy your day. And thank you so much for joining, and thank you to Mama Cacao for joining with us today. I can show you my view at the moment. I'm staying at the base of a mountain, strong energy in there. Yeah. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Maybe if you want, you can send me an image on the messages or I'm on Instagram. Love to be in connection. Yeah. Thank you so much, Amy, for sharing that, even with the words. I love it. So take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye. Loka samasta sakino bhavantu.